All right, so don't call it a comeback, although I guess it is a comeback in some way or another. Hey, I'm Brian Botkiller, and I started a while back a vlog series called Being a Successful Musician, and it found some pretty good play around the internet. I think I started it before Google bought YouTube, so a while ago. And I've decided to reboot it, bring it back, and continue posting some tidbits about this topic after a few years of more experience and more things that I've been through, and be able to hopefully offer up this information to other musicians out there. Um, so what is this about? Exactly what the name states, being a successful musician. You can decide for yourself what you define success as. I think we all define it differently. Some define it as money, some define it as fame, some define it as personal accomplishment, things like that. It's really up to you. But I decided to reboot this because I like to rant a lot, and I do it a lot on Twitter, and I was ranting on Google Plus actually about bands in general, in all honesty, after going through and still going through at this time this stupid battle of the bands thing that's online, trying to get my band onto a festival. And I'm looking around at all these bands, and I just, I'll be honest, it's like, I'm looking at a lot of these bands and I'm like, I don't understand what you guys are selling except for dudes and t-shirts. So I started to rant about this on Google Plus, and my former audio teacher, a man whom I really respect, said, that's all well and good, but why don't you offer something up besides negativity? And I said, well, I don't think I'm being entirely negative, but it certainly is fairly negative, so, what are you going to do? So what I decided to do was to bring back this series, see if I can offer up some information to folks out there who are musicians. And so I'm going to start this one off today by talking about something that I think is really important, and that is to have confidence in yourself as a musician. I think something that most musicians really fall prey to, unfortunately, is that they don't have confidence in themselves. They feel good about what instrument they play, things like that, but they have a hard time with believing that what they do is actually worth something. And this goes into a whole thing. People always talk about, if you make art, you shouldn't have to get money from it and all this bullshit. It's bullshit, I'm sorry, but it is. Not all of us want to be, daytime jobbers and weekend warriors for our music. That's not what we want to do. If you can do that, if you can work a regular job and work that job and all that kind of good stuff, come home, make some music, play some gigs on the weekend, things like that, do it. I have no problem with that. In some ways, I have times when I wish I could do it, but I can't. My brain won't let me. I've worked a lot of normal jobs, and I will never, ever work one again. I just don't want to. I don't like it. I don't feel right. I'm unhappy when I do it. I just can't operate that way. And there are other people like that, and it's good to admit that. You have to find yourself when it comes to these things. And part of the way that you do that is by having confidence in what you do. And you have to decide internally that, as Stuart Smalley said on Saturday Night Live, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. You have to tell yourself these things. You really do. And it applies very much to music, because there's a real stigma with being a musician now. There's this whole thing that if you tell somebody you're a musician, they kind of laugh and chuckle and say, yeah, but what do you really do? And I hate that. I really hate that. I hate when people ask me, so what do you do? And all they want to know is what I do to make money. That's all that they want to do. If you don't like what you do to make money, or if it has really no major precedence in your life, there's no damn reason that you should have to tell people, oh, I do this and that, and so on and so forth. To hell with that. Tell them what you like doing. Tell them what you do, what you want to do with your life. I started telling people I was a musician many years ago, and it's paid off for me. I am a musician. That's what I do. I don't play multi-million-dollar gigs. I don't play giant stadiums, things like that. I don't tour the world currently, but I have managed to make a way for myself in the music industry doing a lot of different things that tie into being a musician. And I'm really proud of myself for that, and I have good reason to be. And so you should be proud of any achievement that you have within music as well, because those achievements count and they add up and they help your confidence. And as your confidence grows, your ability to do more things will grow as well. So, I'll kind of close this with, I'll explain what I was ranting about. As I said earlier, I see all these bands, and people are going to think I'm an asshole here, but I see all these bands, it's just pictures of dudes in t-shirts of other bands, and they're usually standing in like a dirty, dingy alleyway, or they took the picture like after a gig, and they're all sweaty, and, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know why you would do that, okay? The thing that you're selling when you are a musician is you're selling yourself. And I know that sounds like prostitution. In a lot of ways it kind of is, because that's what the business is. That's what music business is. That's what entertainment business is. It's kind of like prostitution in a lot of ways. And I know that sucks, but I'm just going to tell you that straight. But, here's a fact. If you go into a store and you pick up the box of cereal that has like a rip in the box and it kind of looks like crap, do you want to buy that box of cereal? I mean, do you? Probably not. You want to buy the box of cereal that has good packaging. That doesn't mean that what's inside of it is bad either way. The box with the crumpled up exterior, it still probably has good cereal in it. But, people operate on this kind of mindset. This is the way that people work. If you have like this picture of your band standing in a dirty alleyway and all these kinds of things, people see that, I'm sorry, it doesn't make them very interested in you. It doesn't make them go, oh, I should totally check out this band. And I feel like that's a confidence thing, because, I feel like a lot of bands just feel like, yeah, whatever, we're not that good, we don't really need a picture that's very good, or whatever else. Or they feel like, well, people will just listen to our music and they'll make the decision for themselves. They're not going to, guys. I'm going to tell you that. People don't really want to listen to a lot of music anymore, and I know that's mean, but it's true. People don't want to listen to a lot of music. They like the persona that musicians put off very often. They like tying into that persona and things like that. And, your music kind of comes second, and I know that sucks, but it's true. Your music is really a very small part of the product that you're selling. And as we go along here, I'll talk about how you can use this to be able to market yourself and play yourself off. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm not going to talk very long on these things. I shouldn't, because I can ramble on. But the moral of today's story of our little session is have confidence in yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, believe in your music, and have enough confidence to play that into how you package yourself and how you put yourself out there to sell your product, which is you and your music and everything that ties in with your music. Have that confidence. A lot of people will be upset at you when you start to have a lot of confidence. I should tell you this. When you start to have confidence in yourself and you start saying that you are damn good enough to deserve success, a lot of people are going to dislike you. And that's because they can't make that decision. They've decided that I'm not really worth that much and things like that. And I hate to tell you, you're going to see a lot of people in your social circle drop off, and you're going to have people say that they just don't really get you anymore and stuff like that. It's the truth, but it's the law of attraction as well. You will attract other people who have that same mindset. I have found that since I started to have this confidence in myself and believe in myself, I meet other people who are in the same mindset. We operate on the same level. And the people who don't have gravitated away from me. And that's just the way that it is. That's life. If you want to keep those people around, certainly feel free to continue to not have confidence in yourself and play into their own personal, usual self-loathing. It's not going to do you any good in the long run, guys. So that's it. Confidence. Tell yourself every day, I'm worth this. I'm worth, I'm worth it. What I do is worth it. I should make some money doing what I'm doing, or I should have some recognition, or I should have good gigs, things like that. Do it, and you will start to see a difference. I personally believe that. So I hope that this helps you guys. Stay in touch with me if you would like here on YouTube or wherever else. And I will be back with more tips as time goes along. Thanks for watching, and take care.